Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm finally doing the video with my husband that I said I was going to do, talking about our fertility. He's very happy about doing this. So I wanted to get his perspective on everything because we don't really talk about it a whole lot. And when we do, it's usually just me complaining or saying how I feel. It's never about how he feels or pretty much what he thinks about it, ever. Because he's not really one to talk about his emotions. So basically, that's what this is going to be about. Just a quick backstory. We've been together 4 years in October, 3 years married in August. We got married after 9.5 months of dating because we kind of had to start trying fairly quick in our relationship to have a kid. After 3 months of being together, we started trying to have a baby, and then we got pregnant in June of 16. So 6 months of being together? Yeah, 7 months of being together, we got pregnant, and then went through the whole miscarriage and all that. So that's a little backstory on us. So basically, what I want to know from you is, what do you feel like is the hardest part of
Dealing with
trying?
you?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean?
Like, what's the hardest part about dealing with me?
All of it.
You gotta be more specific. What's hard about dealing with me besides once a month?
You ain't got no patience for it.
I don't have any patience at all.
For anything.
I want everything done quick and in a hurry and right now. Like, if I could be pregnant, get pregnant right now, if it was my choice, I'd be pregnant. But it's not my choice. What else do you think is hard about it? Don't know.
I mean, losing our first one was hard. But...
Yeah, that was harder than the one we had in December, I feel like. When we found out we were pregnant in December, we found out the 23rd. And of course that fell on a Sunday, I believe it was. And then the next 2 days, the doctor's offices were going to be closed. So I didn't have time to even call a doctor because the next day we miscarried. And my fertility specialist said that's technically a chemical pregnancy where you get the positive home pregnancy test and then you start bleeding like a normal period. But to me, a loss is a loss. It doesn't matter, chemical or, late-term miscarriage or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't really matter to me. But it was definitely harder, the first one, because we knew we found out July 6th, and then we miscarried August 1st. So, we knew for a good month, and then we didn't even have our surgery till, I think, the 12th of August. So, yeah, we knew for a month that I was pregnant, and I was 8 or 9 weeks, I think. Yeah, about 8 or 9 weeks, I would say I was pregnant when we finally went in to have surgery to, remove everything. That one definitely was harder than this last one. The last one, we didn't even really have time to process. I got excited. I don't have the patience to wait to be excited. But the only people who knew was my mom, my sister, and my brother, and my best friend, Ashley. I keep saying that when we get pregnant, I'm going to wait, and I'm not going to tell anybody. And that doesn't happen.
Lasts about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I tell my mom because I send her pictures every month of pregnancy tests. Like, hey, this one might be positive. I swear I see a line on it. So she's like my pregnancy test guinea pig. Eyes. She's my second pair of eyes. So she knows every month what's going on. But I don't have the patience to wait to tell people. When my mom and sister came over for Christmas on the 23rd, we took pictures to announce that we were pregnant. And, of course, I wasn't going to post them till the end of the week till we could tell his family. However, things happened as they happened, so we ended up announcing our pregnancy and our loss on Christmas Eve. So that was pretty much a downer for people, I'm sure, but, you know, it is what it is. What else is hard about it? I guess for me, test taking. I am an obsessive test taker. I don't I don't have the patience to wait to test. I start testing like a week before my periods do. And then I swear I see lines every time. And I don't know. Like I do. I swear I see faint lines every time I test. So I think that's what's hard. But I did see another video of a girl who gets the same thing, faint positives when they're not really positive. It's due to PCOS, which I haven't had confirmation yet from a doctor, but she thinks PCOS is something else that I have based off of blood work and ultrasounds. So that for me is hard. And I think being excited and then getting my period, I think that's the biggest letdown for me. Because I'm so hopeful and then it just doesn't happen. And it sucks really bad. And I think the money we put in to like IUI and fertility and specialists.
And the obscene amount of pregnancy tests.
I don't even want to know how much a month I spend in pregnancy tests. It's probably an insane amount. I'm not proud of it.
The stock goes up every month for you.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I think I'm going to try to be patient this coming month. Hold on, Emmy. Yeah, you do. Sorry. I'm going to try to not test until like 2 days before. We'll see how that goes.
It ain't gonna happen.
It probably won't happen. Go to bed. But yeah, I'm bad about that. I get impatient, I'm not gonna lie. It's horrible. It's very horrible.
With everything.
But hopefully by the end of the year, I really hope, I don't even want it to be that long, to be honest with you. I want it to be next month. But hopefully by the end of the year, if we've not got pregnant, I would like, because we got denied for financing for IVF because our credit wasn't where it needed to be. And we literally just spent, 20 minutes a little bit ago paying off some things to get our credit hopefully a little bit better. Or at least get mine a little bit better, and I can borrow money on my own to be able to be approved for financing for IVF later this year. If it's still not where it needs to be by the end of the year, IVF is probably going to be off the table for a while because we want to buy a house next year if we're not going to be able to do IVF. So that's another thing that is stressful. It's very stressful on me anyways because I worry all the time. And this one is like calm, cool, collected, not really worried about anything.
Nope.
No? Why not?
What's the point in worrying about it?
I don't know. You gonna be sad if we don't have a kid? Or if Emmy's it? Like you don't ever have a biological child?
Fine with just Emmy. She's enough for 3 kids.
She's very hard to handle sometimes.
Sometimes.
She is, she'll be 6 in May. She's my child with my ex-husband that I had. So, he has no biological children. None at all. But you do want a kid.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so we're clear on that.
I've just been trying all this time for nothing.
Well, you wouldn't be sad if we didn't have a kid, so I'm just, want to throw that out there. He does want a kid. It's not just me.
That's the way it turns out. That's the way it turns out. Can't change it, don't.
No.
Can't do nothing about it.
No. I mean, we can try, but that's really all we can do.
Yeah. If it don't work, it don't work.
Pretty much. That's where we're at. And if it's not going to work, I mean...
She'll just keep adopting and bringing home more animals.
Exactly. I fill my void with animals. I somehow think that that's going to help me, and it really doesn't, because I have no patience for animals at all. At all. I can't help it. But, yeah, that is how he feels. Just not very many emotions there. What? Good night. I have more emotions than he does, for sure.
Got enough for both of us.
I do. Well, I've had 5 miscarriages, so I guess for me it's more... I've had a lot more years to deal with it than he has. He's only dealt with it for a little over 3, so he's not quite where I am yet. And I hope there's no more losses. That's another thing, like, getting pregnant. I'm really terrified to get pregnant because I have had so many losses, and we still haven't been able to really figure out what's causing them. I don't know if we'll ever really know why I've had miscarriages. I do know my blood work, and I believe I posted a video a while ago about my blood work and what it came back as, and I think maybe the PCOS, possibly, and I do have scar tissue in my uterus. Not a whole lot anymore because I had a lot of it. Well, it should have all been removed in January of last year, but scar tissue has an 80% chance of growing back. So in our last ultrasound, I believe she said she saw a little bit, but not anything what it was last year. So that could be a factor, I guess. I don't really know, because there's nothing else going on with us that would tell us why we're miscarrying. But I know it's me, because he's had tests done and he comes back good. That, and I've been pregnant by 3 different people. That sounded bad. But I've been pregnant by 3 different people, and obviously it's me. So that's what it is. It's not him. He's good. He is healthy, I guess. At least in that area, he's healthy.
Yep, that's about it.
Adoption, I don't know if we'll ever do adoption. Adoption can cost more than IVF does. I don't know if that's something we'll ever really be prepared to do.
Unless we hit the lottery.
Pretty much. It's a big gamble with adoption. Just like IVF, it's a huge gamble. That, and by the time we could afford to adopt a kid, oh Lord, we'd be well into our 30s, and I want to be done having kids by the time I'm 30. I don't want to be having kids in my late 30s. It's just not something I want to do. I had Emmy when I was 20, so we'll be 27 this year. So we're getting there. We're almost there. Our clock is ticking, basically. We got 3 years to have kids and we're done. If it doesn't happen, then we're not going to really intervene to try. And I guess if we have an oops baby at 35, then we have an oops baby at 35. I keep saying we're going to do that. We're going to not try, and we're going to think that we can't get pregnant, and then we're going to have one at 35, and we'll have no choice but to start over when my daughter is halfway grown. She'll be, 15 by then? So, yeah. That's so close. It doesn't seem that far away. It really doesn't. When you think about it, because we're almost 30.
It's 8 years. It's a long time.
It doesn't seem that long, though.
It's a long time.
But that is our fertility, basically how we feel about it. And I kept promising I was going to get this video up. So I finally got it. Got anything else for me? Any other feelings? Emotions? No, nope. He doesn't. Man of very few words. So hopefully next month I'll have different news. Not likely, but hopefully, keeping my fingers crossed. I have about 2 weeks till ovulation. So that's probably going to be the next time that I update. It'll probably be a couple weeks before I make another video because I really have nothing else to make a video of right now. So thanks for tuning in.